Okay, well, now after having done definition of transpose, then it's different types of concepts, symmetric and skew symmetric. Now here we are again here to study the properties of transpose of a matrix. Children, we have 7 actual properties and we have 8th property which is little bit related with inverse of a matrix, and 7th property is new to you. Of course, I have given one question in the MCQ regarding trace of a matrix. So let us consider these properties. Let us study. So first property is very familiar. During the definition only we have cleared it. The transpose of a matrix is the matrix itself. You can write 8T transpose. You can write it superscript as capital T or small t, or you can also use simply dash, although I am using t only to avoid confusion. So A transpose, its transpose is A only, first property. Second property is transpose of sum of two matrices is equal to the sum of transpose of two matrices, individual transposes. So the transpose operator T is distributive over addition and also at subtraction. I have introduced subtraction property at the 5th line. Here, while explaining the 5th property, I will explain why I have put it in the after 4th property. I will explain then. A plus B whole transpose is A transpose plus B transpose. This is second property. Third property is transpose of A dot B. Transpose of A dot B is always equal to, or you can say that the transpose of product of two matrices is going to reverse the product, or you can say that A dot B whole transpose is equal to B transpose dot A transpose. Since it reverses the order of placement of A and B, hence it is called as reversal law of transpose of AB. So what is reversal law? It is nothing but A dot B whole transpose is equal to B transpose dot A transpose. Then we have transpose of scalar multiplication of A. So this scalar quantity is directly coming out of the transpose operator. So it will readily come out. Suppose it is 3 times A whole transpose, then 3 will come out and transpose will be applied to only the matrix A. Or you can say that minus A whole transpose is minus 1 times A transpose. So K times A whole transpose is equal to K times dot K times A transpose. So this scalar number, this non-zero scalar number will readily come out and transpose will be applied to only the matrix. So we have 2 examples for this. Then A minus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose minus B transpose. Why I have put this property at this stage? Because of this minus sign that can be introduced only after the scalar multiplication. Because if it would have been plus, then you actually this and this operator, basically it is related to scalar multiplication. It is very strange to understand that plus A plus B is nothing but A plus 1 times B. So actually it is A transpose plus 1 times B whole transpose. So 1 will be coming out. But if you consider A minus B, then that minus sign is easily seen as A plus minus 1 times B. So if you consider A transpose plus minus 1 times B whole transpose, then actually you are using the scalar multiplication property, transpose of scalar multiplied A transpose. So if you consider K as minus 1 or A as B, then minus 1 B whole transpose is nothing but minus B transpose. So like this it comes. Hence this property with minus sign I have introduced at this 5th line after introducing the transpose of scalar multiplied A transpose. Although you can use it after this also. Therefore you can also write this as A plus minus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus minus B transpose. You can write like this. Next property is, if you have, suppose, n powered matrix, suppose a raised to n, a raised to 1, a raised to 2, a raised to 3, so that product whole transpose will be equal to the product of transposes raised to n. So a raised to n whole transpose is equal to a transpose raised to n. With the help of an example, it can be explained. A cube whole transpose is equal to a transpose to the power 3 whole cube. Then we have trace of matrix A transpose is equal to trace of the original matrix. Since we have seen that whenever you calculate transpose, the diagonal elements are not changing. Hence, now what is the definition of trace of a matrix? Trace of a matrix, basically trace is associated with the square matrix. Suppose you have this matrix, say 5, 0, -1, 2. Then what is the trace of this matrix? The trace of this matrix is 7. That means the sum of diagonal elements is called as the trace of matrix. So these diagonal elements are not going to change even if you compute the transpose, the diagonal elements are going to be same. Hence trace of A transpose will be same as trace of A. Now, eighth property is little new for you because we have not introduced the invertible matrices, but still you note this. It says that the inverse of A transpose is same as transpose of A inverse. Okay, so this is how I have introduced the properties of transpose of a matrix. Then definitely you will be noting it down, but very important for you is to understand that every square matrix, I'll write the note, every square matrix can be expressed as the sum of a symmetric matrix and a skew symmetric matrix. So this is very, very important. We have solved example in the NCERT textbook. You all can refer it to it. So it means that if you want to write a statement mathematically, every square matrix, suppose A is a square matrix of order say n or 3 by 3, 2 by 2, then A can be expressed as symmetric matrix P and a skew symmetric matrix Q. So P is a symmetric matrix, therefore P transpose should be equal to P, and Q is a skew symmetric matrix, therefore Q transpose will be equal to minus Q. So this is what we are going to see very soon, along with different problems related to properties of a transpose of a matrix, skew symmetric and symmetric matrix. Okay students, I am going to send the pic of all these. Just note it down properly in your register and also show it to me.